What's that now? Sorry, I was taking a drink.
So what I'm saying is like the guy who basically conceived of Bitcoin in the first place, and it's kind of um, this guy Satoshi, whatever his name was, the fact that he basically baked in a ceiling to
I
the
know.
amount of Bitcoin that you can generate in the world,
Yeah.
kind of
It's over a
indicates that
course
he
of
did
time
have a
too. Do you
yeah
understand?
that indicates that he had a
Mhm.
timetable
Mhm.
in mind,
Yeah.
even a very vague general timetable. But obviously, I don't think anybody could have, ever predicted COVID would happen. Um, so what do you think the implications of that are
Mhm.
for the, escalated, the growth of Bitcoin and how its value is going to escalate or stagnate?
Okay, so let's go over one detail that I'm not sure that Booger went over. And he might have if I stepped out of the room for a second, but um, so there's a couple really. This is also going along the lines of that information that I wasn't familiar with in the beginning that would have like really helped me click into place, like what exactly why this is so special. So a couple other additional points are Bitcoin has a halving every. He talked a little bit about that, the halving every 4 years. Um, but also Bitcoin and I believe other cryptocurrencies. I'm not super familiar, but they have like a calculate. They have. I know Ethereum has it for sure. I'm sure, but yeah, Bitcoin has it for sure too. Basically, it recalibrates every 2 weeks. I think is the time frame.
What?
Yeah, so like basically it
What?
reevaluates every 2 weeks how many people are mining the crypto, and it says,
Oh,
oh, you guys are
oh my God!
overpowered.
It's a currency that self-regulates its own
Yeah,
value.
yeah, and you can't
What the
change it.
fuck?
I'm telling you, man, when you go down this rabbit hole, you're gonna keep
What
uncovering
the
stuff like this. Yeah,
fuck?
yeah,
Dude, this is more like a social experiment than a fucking
I
currency.
know,
What the
I
fuck?
know. It's
What the
it's
fuck? He built that in?
yeah, isn't that insane? There's other factors like that too. I'm just scratching the
What the
surface.
fuck?
Yeah, every two.
Oh my
Well,
God, this is literally a fucking social experiment.
yeah, I mean, we're very fortunate to be taking a part in it, right? I mean, just like, what more can you ask
What?
for?
What? What the? Oh, wait,
So here's a
wait,
good
wait.
example.
That also has
This will
way
help
too
you
many
understand.
implications.
I know,
There's
I
too
know.
many implications.
Here, listen. So, a really good example of how this was super useful, or just interesting at the very least,
Oh my
is
God, my brain
with
is
China.
exploding right now.
Yep, I'm telling you, you're getting orange
My
pilled,
brain
dude.
is exploding.
It's
Okay,
called
go
getting
on, go
orange
on.
pilled. Yeah. So
I'm
basically,
getting red pilled in real time.
orange pilled. That's what they call it.
I'm getting Bitcoin pilled.
Yeah. So
Oh fuck.
basically, okay. So just think about the China FUD, the fear, uncertainty, doubt, where China
With the
banned
what?
crypto.
The what?
FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, doubt.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
HODL stands for hold on for dear life. Safu
Mm-hmm.
is a misspelling of safe. These are
Or
crypto
like diamond
terms.
hands, right?
Yeah, that's another one. There you go. Some other ones. But okay, so China banned. They had a ton of miners over there, right? But I think they had some ridiculously strong hashing power. They had like 50% or more. It was a lot. It was alarming. What's up, Mister?
No shit.
And so they banned it. All these miners got scared. They have to keep their like multi-million dollar mining operations. Like it's costing them. Think about it. It's costing them like $100,000 a day to not be mining, or
Right,
but not
right,
that,
right,
but
right,
a
right.
lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how large they are. So they're like, oh crap, we got to do something immediately. So they like disperse all over the rest of the world. They go everywhere you can imagine that would be more sustainable than where they were currently at. You got people going to El Salvador, um, because of everything that's going on there. You got people going to all these northern countries where they can mine and regulate the temperature better because all the mining equipment produces heat, so it's more efficient. They're going to renewable resources that offer solar, wind. It's amazing how we had all this centralized hashing power and it all of a sudden dispersed when that happened, and now the U.S. is the main. From what I understand, I don't know exactly the numbers, but it sounds like we're actually a very large holder in hash power now because of this, which is kind of
Yeah, I was
interesting.
gonna ask, like,
That
what
just happened this
percentage
year.
do we own?
I don't remember, but I know I've been hearing about it more and more, so it seems like it's actually quite a bit.
All I
But
need to know.
considering
What's up,
obviously
Dizzy?
China is like 3 times larger than oh
But
my God,
okay,
not even three
so let
times.
hold on, Dizzy. Let me finish explaining something. So
Okay,
welcome,
sorry. Go ahead.
welcome. But okay, so now you understand where I'm getting at with this.
Mm-hmm.
The every 2 weeks or whatever the time frame is where it recalibrates. So during that time period, all of a sudden the rest of the miners in the world were mining Bitcoin at a rate that was like probably close to double because they didn't have the competition to fight against who could mine other Bitcoins first. So there was basically half of the hash power was out there mining Bitcoin. So all of a sudden now you had twice the hash power basically because there's half of the users participating. And then all of a sudden they get after a month or two, and then it's like drops, and that's probably why we had a big dip, honestly, because that can affect a lot of dips too, because they have to sell to recoup costs for electricity and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different little equations that go into the price of Bitcoin, and
Wait a second. I'm not necessarily um, I okay. So right
so
now,
the
I am not necessarily
recalibration.
connecting the dots
So the
on
recalibration. So, so recalibration. Well, let me kick this guy 1 second. Your music's too loud. So basically, the recalibration it was a 2 week delay when
mhm.
they cut all these miners out in China. All of a sudden, for 2 weeks, the rest of the people in the rest of the world were getting like insane returns because they were able to mine twice, for theoretically twice the amount, and it didn't catch up. The code didn't recorrect until a certain period after. So it's just a cool little piece of information that took a long
Okay,
time to
so
explain.
I was going to say this is a new wrinkle
I know, so many wrinkles.
on the general concept of mining,
Uh huh.
um, and
Uh,
contributing to the blockchain
isn't it
because
isn't it amazing how many layers there are, subcategories?
yeah, because
Oh my god.
the way that Booker was explaining this to me, none of this seemed location specific.
Uh huh. Oh, dude, man, once you get like
So
down in
so
the
you know
rabbit
what I
hole,
mean?
you'll
Like
start
this is new to
understanding.
me. So
Yeah.
now this is a new wrinkle. Okay, because I guess I foolishly thought that I guess it didn't matter where you were,
Mhm.
as long as you were part of the network. But um, okay, I guess that makes sense. It depends on where this network is, and how concentrated um,
I can
the
I can blow
group
your
of
I can blow your
miners
mind.
are.
I can blow your mind on another subject if you want to.
Oh God! Wait, hang on. Before you do that,
Of mining.
I just want to
Here,
understand.
let's
First of
introduce
all,
Dizzy real
why did
quick.
China ban it? Because I remember hearing about this a couple weeks back, but I don't know why they did it.
I'll give you a quick, simple answer. They're trying to create their own digital currency for control. But let's pause there. Dizzy, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome. So I have something I'm going to introduce real quick to Gaba about El Salvador.
Go for it. I'm trying to fix my melody. Go for it.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that's cool. All right, just listen. So basically, yes, El Salvador, it's a country in Central America. Um, they have just
They just
adopted
had an
Bitcoin
election, didn't
as
they?
they just took on Bitcoin as a form of currency in their country,
Oh,
a national currency. So it's the same thing as like how we use the U.S. dollar. I think they're U.S. dollarized actually. They're dollarized. So what I was understanding is that El Salvador had like infrastructure and others governmental, I don't know, like problems like other South American countries, but negatively, even so, more, they are pegged to the U.S. dollar, so they have to basically buy this expensive U.S. dollar exchange on their goods with their poor infrastructure. So that could just cause so much chaos, in a country like that.
hmm.
There's so many billions, 15 billion in debt. I can't 10, 9, something like that. Okay, so now we get to that point. They have they have established that they accepted. They passed this in like 3 months. They made Bitcoin legal tender in like 3 months. They popped
Holy
out the
shit!
Shiva
Really?
wallet. Yeah, they have a Shiva wallet that they distributed
Damn.
to everyone. They gave everyone $30 in Bitcoin. They did this in like
Oh,
less than
what?
six
Oh my
months.
God.
Yeah, yeah, they did all this. It just shows you they're serious. They have volcano powered mining right now. That's how they generate electricity
What?
from their out. So it's free
Are you
energy.
serious?
It's
Is that literally
renewable.
what it sounds like?
Go look it up right now. It's so cool. They're creating. No, wait. Your mind. Hold on.
This is
We're level one.
this is
We're
literal
gonna
comic book territory.
we're gonna go 2 more levels. All right, you ready? So the next level
What?
down. The next level down is gonna be. Um, they have an excess production, I believe, of electricity, so they were able to build a mining rig off their excess, something like that, which
Oh
they
my
currently
god.
have operating, which will then pay for like lots of growth in their. They're going to pay off their debt fairly soon. But on top of that, they are offering. I think you have to be there 6 months and hold $100,000 worth of Bitcoin to be considered a or I can't remember, maybe not 6 months, but like there's a way around it by holding Bitcoin. You can be a citizen, which people are flocking to this.
What?
Think about all the big, old,
What?
yes. Think about the oldest holders of Bitcoin. They're gonna flock and be citizens of El Salvador because it's the only country right now, or I think it is the only country, the first and only country that has started this standard. So, okay, that's level two.
You can buy fucking citizenship with Bitcoin?
Level three. You ready for it?
What the
They
fuck?
They are issuing bonds in the form of Bitcoin to raise X billion dollars to create a Bitcoin city.
Oh my god, what?
You buy a bond for $1,000 or whatever for 3 years. You get that Bitcoin and its appreciated value back plus 6%. Bonds in the U.S. are like negative to 1% or something. I don't know what they are, but they're horrible. It's guaranteed money from the government, but you're helping El Salvador. It's mind blowing,
So
isn't
they're
it?
literally building like a factory town, except it's a Bitcoin town?
Yeah. They're basically building everything
Like,
around
like the
Bitcoin.
kind of like Ford, like the kind of towns like Ford built in the jungles?
I don't know, but yeah, that concept, sure.
Because like those were what like like the Ford company, like the car company, like they built the factory towns in like
Yeah,
the middle of the fucking jungle.
yeah, I don't doubt
And
it.
this is what that's exactly what this fucking sounds like. It's a literal fucking like Amazon corporate fucking. Except this is on the scale of a fucking. Oh my god.
So,
Oh my
so,
god.
so Gaba. Okay, so the best way for me to wrap
What?
my mind around what we're experiencing right now, it's like generational. Like you only get this once in a lifetime, maybe twice. Okay, so imagine like 1870 or something, 1850 to 1900. Like just imagine like electricity comes out and I don't know what year it came out. I can't remember exactly, but just whatever phase it was where it's like, oh yeah, electricity, yeah, right, that's never gonna catch on. Okay, so like you're in that era, right? And basically you have the opportunity to invest in